Take 3. Nothing really likes me today. I am going to have to make this video really quickly because I only have 15 minutes to make this and edit this before school. So, let's get into it. Potential destinations for Mike Hoffman. Now, Mike Hoffman, arguably the highest guy out there when it comes to free agency. He played 69 games a season with the Florida Panthers, had 29 goals, 30 assists for 59 points. They're very solid offensive guy, arguably one of the best players for Florida this season. And he's a very good guy to help out with top 6. And, he can really help out this team with whatever team he goes to next season. It's going to be likely a short-term deal. I thought I mentioned that before we get into it. Everything with the cap this season, it's not happening. Short-term deals are more likely. Long-terms are not. You're not going to see that over the next couple of years or next couple of months. So don't expect a ton of those, but there will be ones, but not a ton of them. So, expect short terms, 1 year to 2 year would be the one that I would expect out of Mike Hoffman. So, I've organized this with low cap destinations and middle cap destinations. I have 4 teams in low cap, 4 teams in middle cap. I picked the 4 lowest teams in the low cap, in salary cap, via cap friendly, and then I picked 4 teams in middle cap that maybe if he went there, I would say if it would be happening. Ottawa Senators, no. No, it's not happening. Everything that's happened with the Ottawa Senators and their management regarding Mike Hoffman, it's just not happening. It's just not possible. It's not going to happen. Just cross that off of your list if you are thinking about that Ottawa, because the management and everything that's happened 2 years ago, no. Detroit. Detroit's one of those ones where I'm like, okay, maybe it's possible. Maybe there is one play where he could go to Detroit. And, I don't know if it would happen. It would definitely help out the offense there in Detroit, which desperately needed help last season. So, if he goes to Detroit, he's going to help out that offense and give that solid top 6 goal-scoring points that Detroit needs. The New Jersey Devils, they're a dark horse. They're one of those teams where it's like, okay, so maybe Mike Hoffman would go and sign for them. That's the one team that I would be like, okay, maybe that's the one team that I would be surprised. Or the one team that I wouldn't think about he would go sign for. But, New Jersey, they had a lot of good players come to their team this season. I don't know if Mike Hoffman would necessarily be the best move. It is possible, but I don't necessarily see it happening. But they are a dark horse. The Los Angeles Kings. If the Kings offer Mike Hoffman enough money, yes, it can definitely happen. It is very much so possible, but the team that the Los Angeles Kings have right now, Cal Peterson, Jonathan Quick, Alex Titkok, Quinn Byfield, Leah Anderson, you have all those guys on that team that are really going to put up some young success. And, bringing in the guy who's decently old like Mike Hoffman. Hoffman's 32 years old, by the way. I don't know if it's necessarily the best move for a team like Los Angeles who's trying to stay young. So I don't know if it's necessarily the best idea, but, it could be possible. Middle cap destinations. Now, these are teams that, these teams have, maybe $10 million in cap space, or they just have, $5 million. Or, these teams that have short-term deals and all that good stuff. The Bruins. It's definitely possible. I discussed it before. Him going to Boston is very possible. There's been rumors about it. It's been talked about it a lot. And, it's possible. Because the thing is with him in Boston, Pastrnak and Marchand are not going to be on this team next season. If you put Hoffman in there, he's a good rental. And he can help out this team with their offensive problems that could be occurring next season. They get Hoffman and Marchand and Pastrnak come back. You have those 3 guys running into the playoffs. That can be dangerous. And, with a team that maybe doesn't even... With a team that people are arguably saying they're already out of the playoffs and they're already out of a cup potential window, I think that if they get Hoffman, that cup window could be open for maybe another year. So, you bring him in there, that really helps out the Bruins. So, it is very important. And, everyone's saying, oh, it's possible. Please let it happen. Please let it happen. And I think it might happen. It's one of those 2 teams that in this list, that I think that could happen. The Blue Jackets, maybe. The Blue Jackets need that strong offensive points. They've had problems putting up offense a lot in the past couple of years. And, bringing in a guy like Mike Hoffman, who puts up 60 points a season, will really help out this team with their offensive problems. And, He's one of those guys that, like, he can put up a lot of minutes. He can do well in the power play. He's one of those guys that can help out a team significantly when it comes to that area of the ballpark. So, I think that the Blue Jackets getting Mike Hoffman is possible, but not exactly likely. The Rangers, no. They're the one team that, like, would surprise me if he went there, but I don't see it happening. I think the Rangers are a good enough team right now. They're trying to stay young. You got a lot of young guys on there. Mike Hoffman, not necessarily possible, even though the Rangers actually have a lot more cap space than I thought they would. It's not possible. The final team here, the Florida Panthers. Is it possible? Maybe. Mike Hoffman, seeing that everything's wrong with the flat cap and all that stuff, he could say, okay, maybe I'm not going to get offered a contract here by a team, maybe not a short-term contract either, and just end up going back to Florida for maybe a 1-year, $4 million deal. Hoffman, no matter what, he's going to get forced to pay less money. Every day that he doesn't get signed, likely less and less money is gonna come to him when he gets his final deal offered. So, it's a really confusing thing. So I think he may just give up and just go back to Florida. It's definitely possible, but we're gonna see what happens over the next couple of days. So yeah, that is it. Let's hope this video doesn't fail in processing like it did the first time. Thank you for the constant support. Thank you guys for watching. We're trying to get to 600 subs by the end of the video. It would mean a lot if you guys subscribed. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.